We want our edit policy page to show a list of claims that are related to the policy along with the ability for the user to invoke the create claim and relate to policy action flow to add new claims to the policy. So in this section of the tutorial, we'll bring the action flow, stateless process, and real-time query artifacts that we've been configuring all together, allowing the user to see and create claims against the policy that is open in the edit policy page. Select the User Interface tab. Navigate to and expand Business Object Policy and open the Edit Policy page. In the Layout tab, expand the Interactions pane. Notice the Update Policy and Session Parameters data services. The icons next to these are icons for system-generated data services. Click the New Interaction button and select AF_claim policy. Then click Finish. In the Properties pane for the AF Claim Policy-1 Action Flow Interaction instance, select the Inputs tab. Double-click Policy_ID. In the top pane, select the Policy business object. In the bottom pane, select Object ID. Then click OK. Now double-click the Vehicle ID. In the top pane, navigate to and select Widgets, Vehicles, Selected Row. In the bottom pane, select Object ID. Then click OK. Go back to the General tab. We're done with the Interactions pane for now, so let's collapse it. Before adding another results list onto the page to display a list of claims related to the policy and another button to add a claim, we're going to unclutter the layout by adding a tab group widget to the page and rearrange the widgets within that tab group. So drag a tab group widget from the Widgets pane onto the page between the column box containing the attributes and the Vehicles Results List widget. That's between the End Date widget and the Results List widget. As a help, you may have noticed a green line shows where the widget will be placed. We're only going to need 2 tabs, so right-click Tab 3 and delete it. Now select Tab 1, and in the Properties pane, for Label, enter Vehicles. Now select Tab 2, and in the Properties pane, for Label, enter Claims. Let's make the canvas area bigger so we can see what's going on better. Double-click the Edit Policy tab and collapse the Widgets pane. Now select the Vehicles tab, Vehicles Results List widget, into the box below the Vehicles tab. Scroll down to the bottom of the page so you can see the 3 buttons. Double-click the Edit Policy tab again and expand the widget pane to restore the xCP Designer layout canvas to the typical layout. This is a good demonstration of how to get optimal use out of the limited screen space. We don't need the Results List widget to label itself anymore because the Vehicles tab will essentially act as that label now. Right now, the Add Vehicle button is outside the Vehicles tab, and we want it to be associated with the Vehicles Results List. So double-click the Edit Policy tab again to expand the layout canvas. Now drag the Add Vehicle button into the Vehicles tab just below the Results List widget. This will place the button within the Vehicles tab. Now let's double-click the Edit Policy tab again to restore the layout canvas. If you scroll the layout canvas down, you'll see the placement of the buttons. Now let's select the Claims tab and add a button and a list of claims there. Drag a button widget into the box under the Claims tab, and in the Properties pane, for ID, enter add_claim, and for label, enter add claim ... This will be configured to invoke the action flow that lets the user create a claim. Under the Actions section on the right, for Invoke, select Data Service Instance. For the Data Service Instance drop-down, select the AF Claim Policy-1 Interaction instance. And for the When Done Go To property, select None. The result of this setting will be that when the user clicks the Action Flow is Finished button, which we've renamed to Create Claim, the Action Flow dialog will close and the Edit Policy dialog will not update with the newly added claim. For that reason, we'll add a UI event to trigger an update of the list of claims. In preparation for adding a results list widget to display the list of claims for the current policy, add an instance of the RTQ claims related to a policy query in the Interactions pane. And make sure that the On-Page Load property is checked. Now add a UI event to the UI event name table so that the list of claims is updated after the action flow completes, so that it includes the newly added claim. To do that, scroll down to the UI event name table, click the green Add button. In the top pane, navigate to and select Data Service Instances, AF_claim policy-1, and in the bottom pane, select Success, and then click OK. This will cause the list of claims on the policy page to be updated automatically when the action flow completes successfully. That's after creating a claim and relating it to the policy. Now select the Inputs tab for the RTQ_claims related to a policy query instance and ensure that the object ID is mapped to policy.id. And finally, we can drag the results list widget for the list of claims to the Claims tab. In the Properties pane, for ID, enter. In the Data section at the right, for Data Service Instance, select RTQ_claims related to a policy. When the message box appears, click OK. If you scroll the layout canvas to the right, you'll see that the newly added results list widget has a column box widget with a search button in it. Right-click the entire column box and select Delete. This will delete both the column box and the search button inside it, since we won't need those. Now scroll the layout canvas so you can see the Object ID column of the results list widget. Right-click the Object ID column and delete it. Remember, we're not removing the Object ID from the values returned in the results list, we're only removing it from the display. Okay, we're done making the changes to the Edit Policy page. So let's close the Edit Policy page editor and save our changes. Remember to check the Problems tab for errors.